I mean, what's a break?
That was a pretty long break.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the ad screen, so...
It was at least 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah. And Sparko is going to be the first to attack now for Epsilon. This is the do-or-die map. This will potentially determine, or it will definitely determine who moves into the semifinals, but it could, one of these two teams could be ending up in Las Vegas as a result of this qualifier. So much is on the line here. They only have one more qualifier after this to be able to get to this point again. So Sparko definitely going to be taking this seriously. He actually was the last attacker in that last map and did not have a great time. So, oh man, already getting propped up by Garpy, and the rush down is complete.
Yeah, we saw a tendency out of Dignitas to play a bit more aggressively in the first and second maps. This one, they played a little more conventional defensive style. They had one defender sitting back behind this point here, one over by the grate, and a third that was just kind of floating, as we saw Zacubus was able to rush up there whenever he detected a little bit of weakness.
Sometimes on this map, Collided, you will actually see the 3 players wait near their spawn. The defenders will wait near the spawn and then come out after 15 or 20 seconds to locate the attacker. But in this setup, or the setup that Dignitas used, they basically were just surrounding the one entry point. Collided has kind of like a hallway into this entry point, when now we see Kawa. He's actually in a series of ledges and archways. That was a crazy shot. That was like a 2-pixel opportunity there, and Kawa actually managed to get the kill. Only 2 defenders remaining. Kawa still has all 3 of his armor. This is looking pretty nice for him, but now the cap will be open, and he's just going to rush past one of the defenders. He only has to deal with Quaco or stand on the goal long enough. He gets propped up, but still captures the goal.
And Kawa's been on a roll. That's 3 attacking rounds in a row for him. So once again, saying the code is mine, and there's that critical advantage that Dignitas needs, and all they have to do, even if they don't land another attacking round, is just make sure that all their defending rounds are successful.
Yep, all these defensive rounds are now super duper important. You can see where the defense is going to be posting up, and we did actually do a map overview for this map, Collided, on IPL Shootmania on YouTube, if you want to check that out, with a little bit more of an overview and an explanation of the map. But you can do that a little bit later, as Quaco is now trying to get his something like 4th consecutive attacking round. He really wants to keep his streak alive. He landed all 3 lasers in his attacking round on Castle Crasher, so now he's definitely going to try and make something happen here.
It was a really nice job to back out without taking any rocket shots there. He was caught out in the open. He lands a great reel off to the side. A second one as well. Quaco, you are too good. There's a third. How did he even get that over the grate? And Quaco with 3 shots. Unbelievable. Essentially tying things up now.
Yeah, Quaco has his own code, I guess, as Kawa definitely not able to take advantage of that defensive position there. Garpy is going to be attacking in now for Dignitas, so this is another, again, a very important attacking round, as they all are. As the score gets closer to 6, these defensive rounds will continue piling up, and we can see Garpy moving in toward Epsilon's a little bit more entrenched defensive position. They are making use of these fences a lot more.
Yeah, Quaco's pretty far back there, and Garpy is going to need to do some work to be able to eventually assault that. You really want to be able to pick off a defender early. Gives you so much more flexibility, but without being able to do that, he's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, and again, we see Garpy actually kind of turning his back to hybrids just for a second. That always makes me nervous, but you kind of have to deal with that. You can't just expect to run past him every time. There's only 1 armor remaining now for Garpy. He did pick off 1 defender, but Sparko and Quaco both still alive, playing with a point now. Garpy's got to have a tough time running in here, and actually catches a laser on his, or sorry, a rocket on his right side for a successful defensive round for Epsilon.
Okay, hybrids on the attack, and as we mentioned, things are all tied up now. Quaco, though, I've got to say, I mean, Kawa's landed 3 attack rounds in a row, don't get me wrong, but they haven't quite had the style, the pizzazz that that Quaco has with that just amazing clutch laser.
Yeah, and Hybrid's is going to give it a shot now. He still has not had that successful attacking round, still definitely wants to help his team out with some nice lasers, so we'll see if he's going to be able to pick it up. This one on Collided. Already getting propped up, though. That's so much fall time. That basically gives defenders an extra second to plant a rocket on you, as they can predict kind of which direction you're going to be falling. So definitely don't want to be caught up in the air like that. Hybrids landing a laser is going to make things a little bit more equitable. 2 lasers, but does catch the rocket at the same time from Zacubus, and blue Dignitas wins that turn.
That's right, and Zacubus on the attack now. We did see him land 1 successful attack round so far, and we'll see if he can follow that up with 1 right now, as his team certainly does need that, especially with the threat of, even though it's been Sparko leading off for Epsilon so far, the rounds have been pretty even, and it's likely that Quaco is going to take another attack round if things keep going this way.
That's right, he's basically on a great streak. Zacubus Gonna give it a shot. His first map, Archways, didn't pan out too well, but the second map, Castle Crasher, he did have a round where he landed all 3 lasers. He's actually trying to skip past all the defenders. It doesn't look like that's gonna work out, though. He is getting rushed down now, and all 3 Epsilon guys in his face to end that defensive round.
Yeah, so it was a nice little attempt there to try and take and jump over the high ground right here, fake out, act like you're going around to the right, and then jump up to the left. And he did have a clear open shot on Quaco, but he wasn't able to land it, and that's kind of what turned the tide against him.
All right, Sparko is their leadoff attacker. He is also the cleanup attacker, so this is, I suppose, considered to be his, the team's best attacker. So the fact that he's, normally going to be doing 2 full attacking rounds means that he is a lot more confident with his laser, perhaps, than the other players. But even though Quaco is actually doing the lion's share of the work here, Sparko is going to have to make something happen. Already down to 1 armor, 2 defenders at his back. This is looking scary already.
Yes, it is. And look at that. Garpy was right around the side. So many horns going off in this match so far. But once again, a defensive round taken by Dignitas. Kawa already having landed 1 successful attack round, as you can see there. Back on the attack.
Let's see if he can keep the streak alive. He's got 3 successful attacking rounds in a row, all of them, hopping on the goal and capping it while defenders are still standing. He has not had a successful attacking round by taking out all 3 defenders yet. So if he can get 1 or 2 of them down, that's just going to help him cap that goal even more. So let's see how he progresses. Epsilon may want to take a different defensive approach with him.
Now, no one so far has been going all the way around the back here through this set of arches. Everyone's been trying to assault this through the front, post up and take a little bit more defensive position, try and pick off a defender or 2, and then rush down the goal. So I'm just a little surprised that that hasn't even been used once, I guess I should say. I know it exposes you, but usually it's pretty good to sneak through there once in a while.
I think it's... yeah, here we go. We see him actually looping around the backside. He does land a laser shot, actually. 2 defenders standing, and he's going to go for the goal cap again, and he gets it!
He got it! Are you kidding me? Kawa! The code! He says the code!
Oh, my goodness.
He is actually Neo. This is the Matrix. Morpheus is sitting in the back, slowly applauding somewhere.
Man, even his teammate Zacubus is acknowledging how lucky he is.
Yes.
Zacubus, I'm sure, is thankful for it, because this will essentially put them into the semifinals if they get 1 more successful defensive round. Quaco is the best attacker on Epsilon. It's going to be all on his shoulders as we move forward here.
He's landed all 4 of his attack rounds so far. All 4 of them. And wow, looks like just a rocket almost went through in there. But can he follow it up? This is the most crucial one. It all comes down to this.
He's dancing. He's dancing. He's not going to get out of there alive,
no!
though. All 3 rockets land on him, and 6-3 will be the score. Dignitas wins the series 2-1, and will move on to the semifinals Friday morning.
That's right.